Hi everyone, welcome to English grammar class. In the previous class, we discussed about the parts of speech. In that class, first parts of speech, noun. About noun, we discussed deeply. So today, in the class, we will continue that parts of speech and part second. And second parts of speech name is pronoun. Then what is pronoun? The pronoun is a word that we use instead of a noun. Instead of a noun means here, if we want to talk about any person, place, animal, if we want to describe, if we want to give the explanation about the person, place, or animal, if you take that person's name again and again, it looks very odd and boring. So, to avoid that often using of the noun, we use some other words in the grammar, so that is called pronoun. For example, here, he is going to Pune. Here, he is the pronoun. Second one example, we are writing a poem. Here, which is the pronoun? We. Third one, I was going to college. So here, which one is the pronoun again? I. So he, we, I. These are considered as the pronoun here. So pronoun means nothing but a word which we used instead of a noun. Now, kinds of pronoun. There are 7 kinds of pronoun. They are as under. First one, personal pronoun, reflective pronouns, interrogative pronouns, relative pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, indefinite pronouns, distributive pronouns. So now we will study these 7 kinds of pronouns one by one with example with detail. First one, personal pronouns. Personal pronouns stand for person. There are 3 different personal pronouns. They are as under. So here I would like to tell to readers, learners, that personal pronouns stand for the person, and I told here we have 3 different personal pronouns. Example, first person, I, my, mine, me, we, our, ours, us. These are considered as the first person. First person means nothing but the person who speak. He is considered as first person. Second person, example, you, your, yours. Here second person means a listener. Second person. Third person, he, his, him, she, her, hers, it, its, they, their, theirs, them. So these third one is third person means is not a speaker, not a listener, is a third person. We don't know that person. That is considered as the third person. So these all are considered as the personal pronouns. Now the second one, reflective or emphatic pronouns. What is this reflective or emphatic? When the action done by the subject turns back upon the subject, self is added to the pronoun and becomes a reflective or emphatic pronoun. Here in the name only you will get the definition, my dear learners. Reflective, reflection. If you stand in front of the mirror, we can see our reflection there. So, like that, if a work done by the subject means a person, and if that person is talk about his work himself, we add self in front of that pronoun, so that is called reflective. Through the example you will better understand here. First example, I praised myself. Here which one word have the self? Myself. So it is the reflective pronoun, myself. Second one, she saw herself in the mirror. Herself. See here again self word we added there, so that is reflective. They gave up themselves. Here themselves is a reflective. We ourselves helped him, so ourselves is the reflective. Last one example, I myself completed that work. Here myself is the reflective or emphatic pronouns, we can say. So here easily how you have to remember reflective pronoun means if the pronoun added by the self word, that is considered as the reflective pronouns. That's all. If you are not able to keep in your mind whole definition, just in one sentence you can remember that if a pronoun added by the self or selves, that is considered as the reflective. Okay. Now third one, interrogative pronouns. Very easy. These pronouns are used to ask questions. Simple. What are interrogative pronouns means? We used these pronouns to ask the questions. So to ask the questions means here WH words. WH words. In a sentence, if you saw the WH word, that is considered as the interrogative pronouns. Example, who is that man? Here, which one is the interrogative pronoun? Who. Where are you going? Where, WHERE, where. That is the interrogative pronoun. Whose book is this? Whose. Whom do you want to meet? Again here, whom. So, if you observe these four example, who, where, whose, whom, these WH words, we use those words to ask. So, that is, those are considered as the interrogative pronouns. Now, fourth one, relative pronouns. What are these relative pronouns? These pronouns are used to join two sentences together. They do the work of conjunctions. They show their relationship also. Relative pronouns means nothing but some pronouns we used as a conjunction to join two sentences together. Those pronouns are called as relative pronouns. For example, he is the boy who has stolen my pen. Here, who is considered as the relative pronoun. Maybe you will get confusion here because in previous interrogative pronoun I told WH word are considered as the interrogative pronouns, but here who I am telling you here relative pronoun. Why means we take that who means WH word between the two sentences as a conjunction. If you get WH words in the beginning only, those are considered interrogative pronouns. But here who considered as the relative pronoun because we are joining two sentences there. B example. This is the novel that I have written. So here that is a relative pronoun. Here is the book that you lent me. Again here that is the relative pronoun. I met Hari who used to live here. Again here who is the relative pronoun. So if you observe these four examples, we can see two sentences joined by the one pronoun that is called relative pronoun. Next, fifth one, demonstrative pronouns. The pronouns which are used to point out the objects which they refer to are called demonstrative pronouns. What do you understand from this explanation? Demonstrative means the pronouns which we use to point out objects, not subject, object, that is called a demonstrative. Through the example I would like to explain. First one example here, this is a gift from my father. So here this. Second one, these are merely excuses. These. That car is mine. That. Those are mangoes. Those. These are demonstrative. This, these, that, those. These 4 to 5 words, if you remember, those only consider as the demonstrative pronouns here. Now, sixth one, indefinite pronoun. Indefinite means not particular, not proper. Indefinite means we don't know. That is not definitely. Here, let us see explanation. All pronouns which refer to persons or things in general way and do not refer to any particular person or thing are called indefinite pronouns. So, in one sentence, if I want to tell you, if a pronoun do not refer any particular person or thing, that is called as indefinite pronouns. Particular is not there. indefinite. For example, some are born great. Some, we don't know particular, so some here indefinite. Somebody has stolen my watch. Again here somebody, because we don't know the person, particular proper person, particular person who stole the pen. Somebody, so here somebody is the indefinite. Few escaped unhurt. Again here few only. Anyone can do this. Here anyone is the indefinite. Did you ask anybody to come? Here anybody. So if you observe these words, some, somebody, few, anyone, anybody, these words looks like that, not particular, so these are considered as indefinite pronouns. Next, last but not the least, distributive pronouns. What are these distributive pronouns? Let us see. There are pronouns that indicate person or things in a group are called distributive pronouns. They refer to every individual item in a group. So you should little bit, you have to understand, try to understand here. Distributive means some pronouns that indicate the person or things in a group is called distributive. For example, either of these students is working well. Here either is the distributive. Both of you should work hard. Here both distributive. Neither of the occasions is true. Here neither. Thank you one and all. Here one and all. One all. These considered distributive. Each of the student has scored good marks. Here which one is the distributive pronoun? Each. So lastly, on the basis of this seventh one, I would like to explain note which pronouns we have to consider distributive pronoun. Note here the words either, neither, others, one and all, both, and each. These are called distributive pronouns. I hope all of you understand that today's topic, pronouns. You have to read again thoroughly, then only you will get clear picture of the pronouns. Please comment and thank you one and all.